I'm Steve, I'm 38. I was born in Rotherham in South Yorkshire and I moved to Manchester around 2009. I have a 2-year-old son who's called Robin. I think within a few days of Robin being born, the first lockdown was announced. My partner's from Germany and her parents came over for literally 2 days just to see him before they couldn't. Then suddenly we were plunged into this strange new world where you're now not sleeping and you've got this new alien in your house who's a complete stranger to you, even though you're strangely drawn to them. You're literally stuck in with them. You've got that tiredness combined with whatever the hell is happening in the world. There was a part of me that was like, am I actually imagining this? There was something about the cries that I just couldn't deal with, to a point where I was actually upset whenever I held him. I was shaking. I'm not going to lie, there were times when I actually worried that I was going to hurt him. And I never did, thankfully, but my brain was playing some serious tricks on me. I think this is a hard thing for me to say, and I know that a lot of parents wouldn't admit to those feelings, but I think it's important that I do. I just wanted him to stop, and I just wanted him to be quiet. I followed the advice. I'd put him down, somewhere safe, and try and get away from the noise. This did help to some extent. I just couldn't comprehend how my partner was able to deal with it so well. That want to be a modern dad, for want of a better word, combined with this mental health episode, it didn't make for a very good combination. I was going out and doing the shopping, often on my own, sometimes with Robin. I just remember thinking, is this what's going to be normal? Is he going to be 5 years old and I'm still doing this? I'd go out for my one walk a day and go around these genuinely beautiful places that I am lucky to have on my doorstep. A marina. It's just a beautiful place right outside a major city. It was this odd feeling of feeling completely inadequate and like you weren't good enough and nothing's right when you're surrounded by all these things. It was this never-ending onslaught in my head of, this is bad, this bad, what are you complaining about? You don't have it anywhere near as bad as other people. Men just never talk about stuff. But I realised that talking to dads was the one way that I was going to get out of this. One Friday night, I'd just had enough. I got on my laptop and just searched for men's support groups. I just couldn't find anything for dads, apart from this one Facebook page for Dad Matters. So I dropped them a message and thought to myself, they'll probably get back to me on Monday. And 2 of them got back to me within about 20 minutes. There were no cliches, they acknowledged things were awful and that I was feeling crap. They talked me through a few things and I did actually start to feel a bit better, just by talking initially. We talked through ways in which to deal with things. They reassured me that it's not about me and my inadequacies, and that I'm bad. They made me realise this was about my child, a child that wants to bond and wanted to be nearer to me. They told me not to take things personally, which I was doing. They offered practical suggestions to keep me calm. It wasn't patronising, and I didn't feel like I was being told what to do. These were clearly 2 people who'd been through it on some level, and that's priceless. Dad Matters are such a way of being relatable to all dads, because just like mums, we're all different. It never feels like just another service that you've been referred to. There was one morning, I was walking down the stairs, and I was holding Robin, and I slipped. But I was gripping him for dear life, so the only thing he got was a little jerk. And naturally, I was thinking to myself, you're the worst dad in the world. But then it clicked. I didn't drop him, I held on for dear life. I realised at that point, as a dad, I was going to do the right thing. I wasn't going to hurt my child, and I would do all that I could to protect Robin. As the months went on, he became more relatable to me. I'm quite silly as it turns out, and he came to realise this. He started to watch me talk, and I started to notice all these things. Life with Robin just started to get better. It was all the things that Dad Matters had said would happen, but at the time, you just don't believe it. I don't want to say that I'm now 100% better or give that impression, because sometimes these things can stay with you. But I like to think that I'm a good example of someone who has come through the worst of it. There'll always continue to be bumps. It's a really, really scary thing to bring someone else into the world. That's why it's important to take the little things and keep them in mind. If Dad Matters hadn't come into my life when they did, I have to say I'm not sure I'd still be here. And that's hard to think about. If they hadn't responded when I reached out to them, I honestly don't know what I would have done in the days that followed that Friday night. Services like Dad Matters, they literally save people's lives.